In this video, I'm going to show you the new features for tables in Google Docs. Google Docs has updated their features in tables, which has a similar feel to Google Sheets. Some of the features that you're going to be able to do is pin a header row, make sure any overflow data is unsplittable, sort table to organize your data, and arrange columns easily, as well as add columns easily. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to pin your header row. So I'm going down to my chart that I've created, and sometimes you would like to pin your header row if you have information that spills into the next page. And what's nice about pinning it is that the top header will also appear on the next page. So in order to do that, what you want to do is if you click into your header row, or in any part of the table, and then you right click, you're going to be able to have the option to pin header row. And once you click that and check that, if you go to your next page, you'll notice that your header row is now pinned. The next feature I'm going to show you is how to make sure that anything that's overflowing into the next page can become unsplittable. So right now, as you can see, student 18 in my chart has information and it spills over into my next page. And I want to make sure that everything stays together when I'm looking at my data. So in order to do that, you want to make sure that you're clicking into the box that you want to make sure that the overflow doesn't happen. And then you're going to right click, and then you're going to click Table Properties. Then you want to click Rows. Right now, what I have checked is allow row to overflow across pages, and I simply do not want to do that, so I'm going to uncheck it. Notice now that student 18 has dropped down to the next page, but all the information is not split apart, so I'm able to look at it the way I would like. The next feature I'm going to show you is how you're able to sort your table to organize your data. So if I'm scrolling up to the top here, what you'll notice that if you hover over your chart now or table, you'll notice that you have this white kind of toolbar that's available to you. And one of the icons that you have is to be able to sort the table. So maybe I want to sort this section here where I have maybe all my yeses together, my maybes, and my nos all together so I can see it at a glance. So what I'm going to do is while I'm hovering over here, I'm going to get the option to sort table. And I have two options, whether to sort ascending or descending. So I'm going to do ascending first, and you'll notice that all my maybes are at the top, my nos are in the middle, and all my yeses are at the bottom. I also can do sorting descending. So I'm going to click sorting and descending, and now you'll notice all my yeses and all my nos are in the middle, and then my maybes at the end. This just helps you to be able to see data at a glance in order to better help your students or create lesson plans or work with scaffold learning, however you're using data for your students. If they need help with something and they all say yes to a mini lesson, you can get a clear picture of who needs your help. So again, just sorting your data really does help. Another feature that is available to you through the tables in Google Docs is the ability to arrange your columns easily. So let's just say that I want my responses to be near my students and the class period at the end. So what I'm able to do, if you hover back over at the top to your table toolbar, I'll call it, you'll notice there's a cluster of dots option, and that is where you're able to move columns where you want them. If you bring your cursor over it, there'll be a little hand icon. And when you click and hold, it will highlight the entire column that you want to move. So if I was to move this and slide it over, I'm going to wait till I see the highlighted blue that's located right next to the numbers and drop the column. You'll notice now that my responses are near the student names. So this is just a way, if you created a table yourself or someone else has created a table and you're using it, to arrange the columns the way that you need to in order to look at your data the way you would like. The last feature I'm going to show you is the ability to add columns easily within your table. So if you'll notice now when I'm back up at that little toolbar for your table, there's a little plus sign there. And when I hover over it, it asks me if I want to insert one column to the right. And if I click it, it will insert the column to the right. If I hover over, let's say, class periods, and I want to, I can also insert a column to the right. If I don't want my column to the right and I want it more to the left, all I simply need to do is maybe grab it, hover it, and move it so that the columns are where I would like them to be. So again, these are the new features for tables in Google Docs. You have the ability to pin your header if you need to. You also have the ability to make your row unsplittable so that you can see data all at once. You're able to sort your table to organize your data, arrange columns, and add columns easily.